Hello, hello, friends. It's me. It's Grace. It's late night crafting. It's Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is what I have on my mind. That's it. This is what we're working with tonight. I mean, you can't get any creepier than this. Do you remember last year I did that fantastic Halloween book and it took me like, I don't know, 6 or 8 weeks to finish the Halloween junk journal last year. This year, this is the inspiration. I mean, come on, that is so cool, so creepy. This is a vintage photo, royalty-free photo that I found online of a couple of kids dressed up for Halloween. I'm going to be using this. This is also one of the images that I'll be giving to subscribers for our new subscriber challenge, the creepy challenge. Let's just call it the creepy challenge because this image is very creepy. There's actually a few creepy images that I have that I'll incorporate into this book, I think. But come on in and say hello. Let's get going with some creepy fun tonight. I'm going to grab the feed on my iPad while everybody comes online. Make sure that you say hello. Also, hey, how did my iPad get like so low in battery? I swear to you, I think my iPads are dying. Like they need to be updated. I have some really old ones and they've been working fine so far, but not so much anymore. Okay, right there, that little number right there is my text alert number. If you want to get on texting, you can text me at that number. Just text the word alerts. So you get a little alert before I go live. Hello, Gia, I see you. Let me grab the feed. Hang tight. Where are we? Let's see. Come on, Facebook. I know you can do it. The Comfy Nest. Nope, that's not it. Have you been, there have been a lot of lives today. I've been watching a lot of lives, a lot of really good ones, a lot of great creatives sharing their stuff. So if you have any energy to hang out with me tonight and do a little crafting, that's fabulous. Hey, Kathy. Hello, Brenda. I see you. I can't see me. I mean, I can say, oh, there I am. There I am. Yay. Okay, found it. 59 of you here already. There's Kathy Ray. Hello, Text BFF and subscriber. So everybody that has that little teal badge, you're all subscribers. Thank you for supporting the page. It's $1.99 a month. $1.99 a month. We're going to be doing a subscriber challenge. So this challenge that I'm giving is for subscribers only, but I thought I would do my project to start it out here on the public page just to make sure that you all know that you're invited to join us. All you need to do is sign up to be a subscriber. You hit the subscriber hub tab, and if you're already a subscriber, you'll see all the exclusive content just for subscribers. If you are not yet a member, it's going to ask you to sign up just like you buy stars, just like you pay for anything else on Facebook. So you're all welcome to join us. We're going to be doing this challenge up next. This is going to be spooktacular, Susan. I mean, come on. They're creepy. They're creepy. I actually printed this out. So this is an image I'm going to share with subscribers. And I printed it out really big because I wanted to see, and it got really pixelated that when I printed it really big, and it made it even more creepy. I'm going to put it up real close so you can see. Hey, Jeannie, how are you? Clifton's, what is it? Clifton's Crafty Casa. Is that what it is? Let me see. Yes. Hello, Jeannie. Look at how creepy it got when it got big. I wish I could fit this in my book, but I can't. We have to go with the smaller version. But when I give you these images, if you're in the paid membership, if you are a subscriber and I give you these images, you can then print them however big you want, black and white, sepia, colored, however you want. Hey, Wendy. Hello, hello. Hey, Vanita. And Jana is here. I know, Janet, it's so creepy. Hello, Donna. Hello, hello, my friend. And Deb is here. Hello, Deb Turner. Hi, Anne from Whimsically Knotted. Patty's here. Oh my gosh, look at all the subscribers. I gave them a little subscriber text message a while ago and said, hey, listen, I'm going to do my project. I'm starting my project for the subscriber challenge. So come on and join us tonight for late night crafting. But the reason I'm doing it on the public page is because I wanted to let everybody else know, even if you don't have that little teal badge next to your name, you are welcome to become a subscriber so you can take part in all this stuff. Super fun. Hey, Darlene. Hey, Brad and Lori. I'm assuming Lori. Hey, Mary, Anderson Davis, and Sandy's here. Okay, I'm going to get you down on my table and we're going to get started. I'll show you what I'm starting with. So this is like a quasi junk journal, or I mean, could we call it like a hybrid? I don't know. Is that such a thing as a hybrid junk journal? Not everything that's in this book is going to be junk. That would be the true definition of a junk journal. That's not going to be the case here. Let's see if I can get you. Why are you kind of wonky? Hold on. We're going to see if we can straighten you out here. Why is this? Oh, Lordy Lord. Someday I'll have a different system for this. And it won't be so wonky. I know if the screen's going all wild on you, it's me, not you. Don't think you're going nuts. Okay. I think we got it. Okay. So what I did, this is an envelope. I have a gazillion of these and I save them because they're beautiful envelopes. I have used this graphic before in a project, and we're going to use this envelope to create a book tonight. So I would get my mailing from Chalk Couture every month it's a Club Couture transfer that we get every month. It's exclusive, and designers get it too. And you guys, I can't even help it. I got to adjust this again. I've been saving them because they're beautiful envelopes. There's no need to throw them out, really. So I've been saving them with the idea that I would use them for things. And so that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to use it to create a book for this Halloween, this creepy Halloween challenge. Okay. Now, those of you who I will post tomorrow, for all the subscribers, I will post for you the challenge details. So please don't worry about that right now. Just kind of hang out with me and kind of watch. And these are the images, some of the images that I'm going to make available to you for the challenge. And you can see my project. And then I always tell them, like, the challenge this is the second one. The first one was a coloring challenge. This one is do whatever you want with the images. Just create something with the images, and that will enter you to win the $25 Amazon gift card. Okay, so I took this envelope, and all I did before we came online is I gessoed it. This is the same exact envelope as this one, but I covered it in black gesso. I even covered the opening, because I think I'm going to create, if this is my book, I may leave this as a pocket. I'm not sure yet. But this is the same exact envelope painted with black gesso. That's all that is. Okay, so I wanted to show you how it started. I did this ahead of time because it took it a little time to dry, and I didn't want you guys waiting. But I think I also have this image that I love. But I think I might put this on the cover. I might. Let's create the book and then we'll figure that out. Let's create the book and then we'll figure that part out. Hey, Lori, how are you, my friend? We are making a quasi junk journal glow. I don't even know that we can call it a true junk journal. This was an envelope that came in the mail. I could have thrown it out, but I saved it. So that for sure is junk. These are royalty-free images that I printed out online that we may use in the book. But this is real-time paper. Like, this is the real deal, real paper that I got from my books. I have a couple of books. I'll show you exactly. So these papers came from, two of them came from this set of cardstock. And then I have these books that I pulled the other pages from. They're just Strathmore toned gray. This one has a toned gray pages of media paper, and this one is a black drawing paper. So it's thicker than like cardstock. So that's what I used. I pulled some of those sheets out, and that's what we're going to use to create the book. I wanted the pages to be really dull and kind of make sense with the photos that we have. And the reason I picked out the cardstock, I might actually take another piece of cardstock, but this one is because it really matched this. I want to use this from the graphicsfairy.com. It's one of her free graphics, and it seems to it's just so perfectly colored for this. So I want to fold all these and see what this signature would look like. How thick would this book be if we do this? And then we're going to talk a little bit about this envelope. So let me actually get out my bone folder. Of course, it has to be at the very bottom. So let's chit chat. Let's chat. I was listening to somebody today, and she said she hasn't decorated for fall yet, but she's ready for Christmas. How are you guys feeling? Like, I feel like watching crafters messes with my mind. Can I say that? Even though I am one of the crafters that you guys watch, it messes with my mind a little bit. If I see one more dang pumpkin, I mean, I've been watching pumpkins since July. And I think I have a natural urge to resist the push in July for fall. So I resist it and I don't do anything. And the person I was talking to today, or I was listening to today, she said, I don't have a stinking thing for fall done, but I'm ready to get ready for Christmas. I'm ready to do the Christmas thing. Isn't that funny? Like, it's all a matter of perspective. All I'm doing here is I'm folding each of my pages that are going to go in the book in half, individually in half. I could take all of them at once and fold them, but they won't be as accurately folded. So take the time and just fold each one individually. And I'm using my bone folder. I think I like these rugged edges. It looks more junky if I keep the rugged edges. So I think I'm going to keep them. It gives more texture and interest to the pages. So this is the perforated edge when I tore it out of the book. You can tear this off. It's perforated and you can tear it off, but I don't want to. I want to keep it because I kind of like the grunginess of it, if that makes any sense. All right, I gotta see the comments. Who's ready for Christmas? Who's still doing fall? Anne says, oh, she likes the colors of the paper. I think they're gonna really go well for this book being like dark and creepy. You're working like crazy on stuff for your booth. Oh, Brenda, what state are you in and where is your booth? That's exciting. Tell everybody in the comments so maybe some folks can come find you and shop from you. Let's see who else is here and chatting. Shauna says, hey, Text BFF. Hello, Shauna Mitchell. You do it for fall. You're doing for fall and Christmas, Brenda says. I have my first show next month. I'm making some fall Halloween. There you go, Kimberly. Fall is partially done in my home. I don't do Halloween, so my fall lasts until I put Christmas up. Jeannie, I love that. We do the same thing. I do fall. I don't do Halloween, really. I'm not a Halloween decorator. I'm just not. I can't think of a single thing that I have up that's Halloween-y. And then fall will stay up until after Thanksgiving, and that's when we put Christmas up, usually, in our house. Tammy's still working on fall. Lori loves fall. You're just over the pumpkins. Lori, it's mid-September, and we're over the pumpkins. And that makes me sad because I love all the pumpkin things. It's just I'm seeing too many pumpkins. Can we quit it with the pumpkins? Can we quit it? I don't know that I've done a stinking pumpkin, have I? I don't think I have because I just can't do any more with pumpkins. Okay, let's see. Here's my envelope. Now, here is my thought on the envelope. This is going to be the cover of this little book. These are going to be on the inside, and this is clearly shorter than these other ones, which is totally fine. I just have to decide what order I want these in. I don't think I'll put this first because I don't want to open black on black. So maybe I'll put one of these tonal grays and then this page. We just have to decide what order these pages are all going to sit in the book. So let's just pretend we're just going to put these together. Like, I think this is what I'll do. I think I'm going to get one more cardstock actually. Let's grab the cardstock. And I have something else on my mind. This is the cardstock called Peach Cream and Tans that I got from, it's the Paper Studio, so it must be Hobby Lobby. So Peach Creams and Tans. And I grabbed the green because it matches so well with this. So I think I'll just stick with the green and we'll do one more of those in this book. Then we'll have 2 of each sheet. So let's put this one next. And then we'll go gray tonal and then black. And let's just see, this is going to be pretty thick. What was on my mind about this book, we're using an envelope to create the book. Oh, so the other decision is, do you want all of the perforated pages up top? You don't have to. You could do one top, one bottom like this so that they're intermingled. What do you think? Should we vary them or keep them all the same? I'm kind of for keeping them all the same, but I would love to know what you think. Like that. Okay, this is going to get sewn into here. This is going to be our book with one signature. And I love that this is all scruffy and sticking out. We're going to add more to make it more scruffy. You like alternating, Tammy? I'd love to know what you guys think. Even if it's not the same thought that I have, I'm always interested. You like them varied, Karen says. Holly's bundling up napkins to mail out tomorrow. I've been bundling napkins too, Holly, all day Friday. So like over 4,500 napkins on Friday I bundled. And now I'm on to a different item, but there's like almost 5,000 of them that I have to bundle for the Napkin Lovers Club. So I'm getting ready to send your boxes out to you guys. It's so exciting. Maureen says, I only put up some Halloween stuff if the Grands will be around, but I'll be making creepy books. Ooh, I love creepy books. I don't know why, but I do. Holly, your secret sister in the swap is going to be so happy to get her things. Gail likes it varied. Kim likes it varied. Tammy says her napkins are going out tomorrow. Jeannie likes them varied. Donna likes them the same. You're like me. Hey, Mary from Kansas. Maureen says alternating. Jackie likes alternated. Wow, a lot of you do. I'm so surprised. No napkins, or excuse me, no pumpkins in our home since we married in October 2018. All our decor is fall and the centerpieces were decorated pumpkins. My husband says he doesn't want to see another pumpkin. Choice. That's so funny. Jenna says she would trim these off, but you do you. That's it. That's it, girl. You do you. No, I want them. I want them all crunchy and varied and goofy. I want them. I want the texture of them. All right, let's put this one down low. We'll put this one up high. So you guys are almost unanimously saying you want them varied. So let's do the varied thing. Let's do it. I'm not that committed to it all being in one spot that I have to do it that way. So now when we open it, this one will be on the bottom. Then we're gonna have the green page, and I think she's gonna go on here. Then we're gonna have one on the top, a green page, one on the bottom, one on top, and that's it. That's the end of the book. Here's my issue. These are cardstock. They're kind of nice and thick, right? They're substantial. This is very flimsy. It's an envelope. It's not cardstock. So I'm considering taking this cardboard. So this is junky. This was something that should have gotten thrown out. It's a cardboard insert that I got with some of my Chocateur stuff. And I think I'm going to cut it down and slip it into the envelope before we close up this book. I think that's what I'm going to do, just to give the envelope, the cover of the book more, make it more solid, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to take out this cutting board. I'm going to put this here. I already marked off where I think I need to cut. So let's see. We're just going to see. We don't have to do this, but I'm going to put it in there and see what I think, like make a decision after it's in there. So I'm going to cut this. This is very thick. You could use plain cardstock. You wouldn't have to use cardboard, but I think I'm just going to go with the cardboard. My mat is smaller than my, my mat is smaller than my cardboard. I need a bigger mat. All right, we're gonna go with the glass one, girls. This one slides around. That's the only reason I don't like to use it. I could use my cutting table, but I don't want to pull it out for just one piece of cardboard. I think I'm already crooked, to be truthful with you. Oh my gosh. All right, listen. My kid just came home. First of all, let me say this. Can I complain for a minute just as a mother? Landon, if you're listening, it's your fault, kiddo. I'm going to complain for a minute as a mother. I need a bigger ruler because this is too long. Okay, the kid, my 17-year-old. He usually comes home at 6:30 or so, 6 to 6:30 or so. It is now 7. I have cooked the salmon. I have cooked the chicken that the child wants. I've cooked all the things. And I'm waiting for the child. This slides. This is why I don't like this mat. Waiting for the child to come home. I think what I have to do is I'm going to mark this and then I'm going to use my marking. All right, we're going to outsmart this because it keeps sliding around on me. Waiting for the child to come home to eat said salmon and chicken and baked potatoes that I made for supper. The kid doesn't come home. He's not coming home. Where is he? I don't know where he is. I don't know where he is. I should have just left this here. He texts me, I'm going to the volleyball game. Okay. So that's lovely. Your supper is here and ready on the table for you. And you're going to the volleyball game. So I told him, you need to tell me these things before the volleyball game comes up so that I don't do all the preparations. Now, granted, my husband was working late. He's home now, but he was working late. And Gannon was home with me. So Gannon and I probably would have eaten other things beside those things if we thought that it was just going to be the two of us. But it was just the two of us. So we ate the salmon. We ate the salmon, whether we liked it or not. No, it was good. But I would have done something different had I known he wasn't coming home. So there's my little mama complaint, just for a minute. And Joyce does autumn colors when she loves autumn. I love autumn too. I do like the fall season. And it feels rather short here in North Dakota. You know what I didn't do? I didn't measure just how wide this is. I need to cut it in 2 pieces. So let's see, how wide does this need to be? Like 6 1/4 or less. So let's see if we did. I have to stop talking so I can concentrate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. Here's where 1/4 would be, or less. Let's do 1/4 and see what we get. I want to put this in I think I want to put this in, though it's going to be very thick. I don't even need this anymore. I've got my line established here. But I think if I put this in here, no, it's the same exact size. It needs to be a little bit shorter. I think if I put this in here, it's going to give it more substance, and then it's going to feel more like a book cover. I'm working on a really cool soft covered book right now, you guys. I'm so excited about it. And I'm doing a video for it that I'm going to post on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. Okay, now it's 1/4 inch shorter. And I'm thinking if I slip this in here, it still might be too big. I have to do it before we start sewing anything in. It's just going to fit. Here's my envelope. Let's see. It might still be a little bit too big. Oh, it's like a glove. It's fitting. No, it's just a little bit too. I gotta take another sliver off. This is just going to give the cover more solid. It's going to feel more solid if I can get it in. It's kind of thick. There we go. All right, now is it going to allow me to fold? Yes, but it folds differently because we got this thick thing in there. So I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter. Do you see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to just give the cover a little more substance, as they say. Okay. One piece of pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving and I'm good to go. Phyllis, oh, I love pumpkin pie. Listen, it's my anniversary today. Chris and I are celebrating 19 years married, and he brought home last night because he didn't think he'd be home tonight. That's much better. See how much better that folds? Nothing wonky. It folds perfectly, and I'll still be able to sew our signature in here. And that's going to give our book cover something solid. Yeah, baby. That's what we want. I'm going to cut this edge off because it's the rounded edge right there. So if we're going to cut something, let's cut that off. It's our anniversary, 19 years, and he brought home last night. We actually had it for the top of our wedding cake. Our wedding cake had a couple of different layers. It had lemon cake with white icing, and then it had, I don't remember what the middle was. It clearly wasn't something I wanted. We had 3 different cakes. Lemon, and I know that the top was carrot cake because the topper of the cake was supposed to go to the bride and groom for their anniversary, right? Like they were supposed to like, listen to this story. They were supposed to package it all up and give it to us, you know, to take home, to either eat right away or to freeze so that we could use it on our 1-year anniversary. So I know that that was carrot cake. Oh, you know what? The second layer may have been carrot cake. I think it was lemon cake, carrot cake, and then the topper was carrot cake because carrot is one of my favorites. Chris loves it too. So he brought home a carrot cake yesterday, which was so sweet. We had just a tiny little carrot cake, which was so nice. Okay, so look it. It fits in there, but it just fits. So I'm going to cut. I know this is fussy cutting. This is very fussy, but it'll all be worth it in the end. Anyway, where was I going with the carrot cake? Oh, you were talking about pumpkin pie. I started in on the carrot cake. Yeah, we had carrot cake, and the topper of our wedding cake disappeared at the hotel where we had our reception. Can you believe this, girls? The next day, after we were married, before we were checking out of the hotel, we went downstairs to check in with reception and say, you know, because they kept it for us. They were going to keep it overnight in the fridge. No, it was gone. It disappeared. The top of our cake. Like, I'm like, I think the staff ate it or something. I don't know what happened to it. Okay, look. This is going to work perfectly here. But see what we have right here? We got this little opening. So I think I'm going to cut this one a little shorter. Anyway, my cake disappeared. Gia had salmon tonight too. Boys, yeah, boys, exactly, Gia. She says boys. I love it. Boys, what do we do with them? We can't live with them. We can't live without them. Oh, good gravy. We're going to have to do something to close up the end of this. Although I was kind of thinking it would be nice to leave this thing open as a little pocket. So maybe we can turn this insert into something, like into something decorative. Because I was thinking this could be a cute little pocket to put stuff in. But if we stick this in here to make it stiff, we could either glue it closed right here. That's going to be great right like that. Hi, Gannon. Good night. Are you going to bed, kiddo? I think so. All right, come give me a hug. I'm getting my nighttime hug, girls. Thanks. Everybody's wishing us happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Did you have any cake tonight? No. All 4 of us, again, and you just knocked something over. All 4 of us last night had a piece of carrot cake. God bless you, kiddo. Say some prayers. All right, see what we got here? This is the envelope. So I have to decide, do we want to make this something or just close it up? I might just close it up for the sake of, just ease. And then we're going to put all our pages in here. Here's our signature. And then we're going to start decorating it. So this will get sewn in here. It'll be a nice chunky little book. I like chunky books, I cannot lie. And here, washi tape. I'm thinking washi tape. I'm thinking glue. I love that it's all chunky and ripped up though, actually. Aw, thanks guys. Thanks for all the anniversary wishes. Yeah, 19 years. I was doing the math. I'm like, nope, it's not quite 20. We haven't made it to 20 yet. Graceful Barnes says, hey, Melissa, my friend Melissa, she says, pumpkin pie is delicious. I love anything like that. Spice cake, pumpkin pie, oatmeal cookies, anything of that flavoring. I really do love. Okay, so this is unexpected, unintended. I was not thinking I would use washi tape, but let's see what we got in the washi tape bin. If I could find something black, but I want it to be creepy. It needs to be creepy. This actually is vintagey, which all of my Halloween creepy photos are vintagey. So this is nice and wide. This set might be the way to go. This is the way I organized my tapes. When I get a set of tapes that coordinate, I tie them together so that, like here, these are all plaids, right? They're all tied together by jute ropes so that I know when I'm grabbing plaid, I'm getting all of the plaids. I don't want florals, so those can sit aside. These are all my wide tapes in here, the wider ones. And let me just take a quick peek. Nope, they're all too pretty. They're all too dainty. We're going creepy. We're going creepy on us, on this whole thing here. I have blacks and whites in here, but that's not quite what we're going for. And here's another vintagey one, but I don't think the color is right. So we're going to pull out that other set and we'll put these away. There's no other set that I think will work on this book other than this set. Oh, maybe the numbers. See what I'm saying? Like they match. I think that's going to be my cover. So I think we could go ahead and sew this together and then figure out getting this closed up with glue and tape. I'm just making sure. I want to make sure before I do anything that this is going to hold nicely. I might have to cut this one down just a little more. And why be fussy? If I'm going to close it up, I don't really need to use the cutting knife and be super uber straight. I thought if I was going to make it decorative, I would need to. But if I want to close this and tape it off, it's not going to matter. Because I'm going to need this little bit of paper here to glue this down. And then we can tape it. But I still need to leave enough room to glue. And because this is so thin and it's dry, I've already gessoed it, I probably will add something here like the tape to reinforce this. So maybe this same tape we can take. I'm going to take maybe this one. It's just black and white. It's got some postage marks on it. It's got some bugs on it. And let's just reinforce this center where we're going to end up poking holes through it. I want to make sure I get it right down the center here. So we're going to poke holes here, and this is where the binding's going to go, and I want it to be reinforced. So that would be helpful. All right, we can do that just to reinforce that little stinker. Carrot cake, and right, it's so good. I haven't done, I don't go out for coffee ever. I just don't do it. But I wouldn't mind going and getting some fall themed coffee to enjoy. I think I'm going to leave this alone. This will hardly be seen because this is going to go on top of it. Actually, we'll decide on this side. If I bind it first and then decide to put tape down, it's going to go over my strings. That's what I'm debating. But if I put this down first, This, I think this is going to go here. So for now, just so I can visualize what I'm doing here, I may cut around this, tear it down, but for now, until I do decide, let's just cut this more down to size. This is one of the images I'm going to give subscribers that they can use to create a project and share to be entered to win the gift cards. Like, this is going to be my cover. How cool. It's really creepy and cool. And then what tape would look okay next to that is the question. What do we think of the numbers? Maybe. It's a junk journal, girls. You can, this is everything but the kitchen sink you can throw at this book. That's the whole beauty of it, is there's no rule, there's no right, there's no wrong. You just do. And you don't worry about any of that stuff. It's just, what do you feel like? What's going to suit your fancy today? That's what you're going to do. I'm kind of liking that. Okay, that's what we'll do. Maybe I should just go ahead and glue this stinker down while we're at it. I'm going to glue it on the inside. And then this side is more solid, so we'll go from this side. I'm going to glue it from the inside, and then I think I'm going to put some washi tape on the edges. So we got a bead of our glitter glue. You guys, I can't see. I can hardly see to get that back in there. Oh, Kimberly says she loves Sam's Club's pumpkin pies. Really? We don't have a Sam's Club anywhere near us, so that's just not an option for us, of course. We live in this small town. Thanks, Lori, for the anniversary wishes. I don't glue them, Debbie. No, she's asking, do I glue the pieces in the envelope? I don't. I'm going to glue the envelope closed right here. Most of the time when I do this, truthfully, I keep the flap that was on the envelope and I use it as the closure of the book. But today I don't know, I just decided to do it this way. I love that it's all crunchy and, you know, like misshapen. I'm going to love that. Right here is the center. It's between the two boards. I purposefully made the boards two different pieces so I'd have this place to do the binding and to sew my signature in. This needs to dry. And it's holding pretty well. I don't know if you can see that, but it's holding well there, closed up like that. I just black gessoed this. That's all that's on here is Liquitex black gesso. We can get ready to create our holes. I want to do a really quick check on the shorter pieces. See how these are shorter? I want to make sure that they're toward the middle. They don't have to be. You can line yours up wherever you want, but I'm going to line these up kind of toward the middle, I think. Maybe I'll go down a little bit. Right there. Being super fussy about that. You don't need to be, though. You can just take it as it comes and let it sit wherever it sits. We're going to be adding quite a bit to this, so the pages are going to get thicker. Where's the other one? There's one. Oh, here's the other one. See how it's way down low? I don't want it that low. I want it up higher so that it's more evenly dispersed. So if you have any pieces, any pages that are shorter than others, you do want to take a minute and just make sure that they're evenly placed. Now, we're going to poke holes. I'm going to just do a 3-hole on this. I want to make sure that everything is lined up on the V, that this V is really solidly in place. I call it the V, this like touch point. And it may help you to clip things in place. If you've got a nice connection here and you've got your V is nice and strong and you feel good about it, you could clip those to make sure that they don't budge on you. I eyeball. I'm not a huge measuring person. I don't care if they're super wonky. I'm going to go through all of my pages and my book binding You can see, go right through there with the awl. So there's one. I usually go about an inch down, but I'm going to go a little more this time because this is a bigger book. There's two. And then I don't care if they're not if they're not super equal here, it doesn't bother me in the least. If it bothers you, then get your ruler out and measure. If that bugs you, then measure. That doesn't bug me. I prefer to just wing it. I'm a wing it girl. It's a junk journal after all. Okay, we're gonna sew this all together. And on this one, I'm gonna start from the outside this time. My hole was poked from the inside, so I want to make sure that my hole is big enough for me to get this through. So I just use the awl again to reestablish that hole. I gotta get all the way through all those layers with this. Starting from the outside so that my tie ends in the outside. It's gonna end up on the outside as opposed to being on the inside. I'm using brown waxed thread. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Hi, Gannon. Good night, Gannon. Oh, Crafty Peeps. She says, I love carrot. Oh, I pulled out my wax thread. She loves carrot cake too. I'm a huge fan. I got all the fall flavors though, seriously. Everything fall related, I'm pretty much a fan of. All right, Gracie Grew, you really did it now. There we go. My dad used to say that. You did it to yourself, Gracie. Okay, I need a tail. Here's the rest of it. I'm going to come up to this hole, which I can't see because I poked it through from the other side. So I'm going to make sure that I can see and get through all those layers. You can use a needle. A needle certainly makes it easier, but it's doable. If you have waxed thread, you can do this without a needle. You can use embroidery thread, you can use jute rope, you can use dental floss, use whatever you have on hand. Don't get uber concerned about, oh, I don't have wax thread, so I can't make a book. That's not true. Use your turkey twine, that rope that you have in the kitchen that only gets used once a year to hold the roast together, to hold the turkey together. Use that. Use jute, use baker's twine, use ribbon. Like I said, dental floss, anything you got, you can use. All right. It's a really dainty tie, but it's all in place now. I want to make sure it's nice and tight. Taut is the right word. You don't want to pull too strongly. It is all paper and you don't want to rip anything. I go right over and then left over. I'm going to leave this here because maybe we'll do some fun dangles. Who knows? Right now, this is all tied together. So our book is in place and tied together. And this is holding up together very well. Actually, I might not even need washi tape on that. I love the ragged edges. Love, love, love that. Too cute, right, Kimberly? Washi tape is always a good tool to have. And this washi tape, you can hardly even see it because it's underneath all the pages. Thank you, Lisa and Richard Harrington, for the anniversary wishes. Darlene, she says, I'm going to have to watch the replay. You can watch it later for sure. It'll be available as soon as we're done here. Hey, Janine. She says, hello, Grace and friends. Christy, you never have to apologize for being late. We're so happy you're here. So happy you made it. I love Creepy, Joy says. I do too. I don't know why. I just find these, they crack me up. Like that makes me laugh for some reason. You can tell they're little kids. Like, who thought to put those ugly pumpkin faces on those kids? It's crack up to me. Oh, Phyllis says, I remember your creepy book you did last year for Halloween. That was my first time watching. I think this needs to become just a thing we do every year, Phyllis. Ooh, Janet said, I made a creepy book for my black and white photos from Scotland. And she said it was so much fun. Oh, we would love to see it. Share it in the Crafty Chicks Club. We would love to see. Hey, Vicky Dooley. Hey, Cindy. Hello, hello. Thanks for the anniversary wishes, Janine. You just celebrated 30 years yesterday. Well, happy anniversary. Jana made keto pumpkin pie minis. Ooh, yummy. Donna. She said, look, someone Grace got a hold of one of our family photos. That's funny. That is so funny. Oh, Kimberly, if you don't have an awl, just anything pointy. You could use a pen, for goodness sake. If you don't have this tool, you could use a pen. A pen is pointy, right? One of these pokey tools from the Dollar Tree that has that point, that would work. It's just not tapered. But once you got it into the paper, if you wanted the hole, you can poke the paper with it. And if you wanted the hole bigger, you could just like wiggle this around until you get a bigger hole, right? You could also use a hole punch. I don't like using a hole punch because I feel like the holes get too big, but you can use a hole punch. A lot of bookmakers use hole punch. Thanks, Dorinda. Ice pick. Oh, an ice pick. That's a good idea. Thanks, Judy. All right, so this is feeling already, it's feeling chunky. Like it's already feeling like it doesn't want to close. So I'll have to think about when I'm done with this book, maybe punching through here and adding some grommets, some, what are they called? I sometimes call them grommets, but those little eyelets, so that we can tie this together with a tie. We'll have to think about that later. For now, here are the pictures that I have for this book. Look at this creepy. It's weird creepy. Like, what's up with that? I have no idea what this is about. Anybody want to venture to guess? I don't know what's going on there. This, though, is going to go on the cover. For sure, this is going to go on the cover. And we could just literally glue this on here. We don't have to get super fancy. We could use washi tape. Like, honestly, just it by itself, I think, is going to be sufficient for this cover. I'm not sure if I should tear the edges, though, or not. I'm not sure if I should tear my edges. Hey, Shauna. Hey, Lori Elliott. Oh, and Judith says that the Dollar Tree has one even bigger than the one I have. I'm assuming she means the pokey tool. I got that pokey tool that I have from the Dollar Tree, but you may be able to find, I think they have another version of it. I think they have two of them. So this is that knitting from the Dollar Tree, and I wonder, just to add some texture, maybe it would be good to put this on here, either completely, like the whole thing, or just bits of it. For some reason tonight, it feels like, oh wait, is this like super thick? Like, why is it so thick? Is it, do I have two layers here? I do, I have two layers. Here we go, that's better. I was like, geez, why is this stinking thing so thick? We can have this hanging out all over the place here, and if I put it behind the photo, it's gonna give good texture. So we have two options. We can put it behind the photo and let the photo kind of crumple up on top, or we can put the photo down first, nice and smooth and clean, and then we can work this around the top. Let's do that. You got to make a decision. Eventually you got to just make a decision, right? Burn the edges of the picture. Good gravy. You're dangerous, Kimberly. Oh, that's funny. I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing you. But no, I don't plan on burning it. I don't even have a lighter in this room. Shauna, I don't know what's up with that picture either. It's so strange. It's so strange. All right, someone said tear the pages, so let's do it. We can tear them. We can even ink up the edges if we feel like. It's already pretty dark though. This is printed out on my printer. Did somebody just ask, where did these pictures come from? Who asked that question? It's so funny. Rachel, it is. It's so funny. I agree with you. Creepy cracks. All right, we're going to tear. Oh, Crystal. Crystal said, where did you get the spooky pics? I will be sharing these pictures. They are royalty-free images that I got online from various sources. I will be sharing them with the subscribers of my page, so that we're going to do a challenge in the next couple of weeks. This is my project challenge project. And then I give them the graphics and I say, okay, now you go create something with these graphics, any one of them or multiples of them. And then anybody who does that and shares their project photos, they'll share them in our free group, the Crafty Chicks Club. Crafty Chicks Club. No, excuse me. Yeah, Crafty Chicks Club. They'll share them in there. And then everybody who does that by the deadline, they will be entered to win $25 Amazon gift cards. The more people that participate, the more subscribers, the more gift cards I'll give away. So this is our second challenge that we've done. I just added the subscriber option. I'm going to go black on this actually. I just added the subscriber option to my Facebook page in the spring. So it's rather new. Sorry for all the noise, girls. I got to find my black. Here it is. I'm going to go with black on this. I'm going to put a little black edging on this. Then it'll look burned, Kimberly. So if you want to become a subscriber, you just hit that subscriber tab. It's $1.99 a month. You can cancel anytime. You sign up and you cancel through Facebook. It's a Facebook offering. And I give exclusive content to subscribers. And we're going to do this challenge, which is one of the exclusive things for them. So $1.99, and then if you participate in the challenge, you can get all the graphics, put a project together, and then if you share it, you'll be entered to win one of the $25 gift cards. That's cool. I think I actually want to make these a little bit more grubbed up. And I don't mind if it gets a bit wrinkled. Because I'm going for grungy. We're going for the grungy look. Okay, here we go. This is going to get glued down, and then we'll put some of that other stuff around it. Lori says, this month is my year anniversary. I started watching you. I'm so happy for that. You are a blessing, Grace. Lori Elliott, that makes my heart happy. Thanks for sharing that. You're so sweet. Thanks for telling me that. Happy anniversary. Happy comfiness anniversary. All right, this is gesso. I'm coming over my gesso with some Liquitex. It's going to glue this down. Now I'm going to come underneath. Now I've got the top secured, so the placement is secure. Now I can come underneath. Use whatever glue you have on hand that works for you. I happen to really like my matte gel. Okay, I'm just going to press down from the center out. I actually really like when my edges are all crinkly and wrinkled up. I don't necessarily need it to sit perfectly flat. And I've got some give with this envelope. It's just kind of got some ripples. On its own, it's got the ripples. So I'm cool with all of that. While I still have this glue on here, is the time to just go ahead and get this down, because I'll use the same glue for this. So let's come in here with this and add, looks like it needs to be considerably smaller. We're just going to crumple this in here, and we're going to use the same glue to like fix it on here. It's going to look like kind of like cobwebs. All right, we're going to use a lot of it on this corner. anything that I glue, if I stick this bitty fabric, it's like fishnet, if I stick it in here, any of it that doesn't get touched with glue will stay really soft and movable, pliable. Anything that touches the glue or that I glue down will become very stiff. So you can make all of it stiff or you can make parts of it stiff. I like to make sure that the center is really glued down strongly, and then this other stuff around it can be really loose as far as I'm concerned. And then it looks really authentic because it kind of hangs off the project. I'll show you. Like the cat that I did recently. So I did the same exact thing with this cat project. This is one of the printables on my website that you can grab. And I did this project, oh gosh, a couple of weeks ago. But this is the same netting, same glue, and you can see it's really stiff in the middle. It's not going anywhere. But the stuff that hangs over the edge that I didn't put any glue on, this stuff stays really pliable. But in the middle, where I glued it, it's really stiff. And it's hard to move around. So I like to have a combination of both the stiff stuff and the loosey-goosey, because then it gives it movement and it gives it texture, and it's kind of cool. So we're just gonna, once you got enough glue in there to hold it down, you can push it around and get it exactly where you want it. And we can always piece together more. So if I want to take this and put it down the edge here, I'm gonna just grab some more glue and do that. And I don't have to put glue all over it. I can just push it into the glue is thick enough. This matte medium, and it goes on opaque, it goes on white, kind of like Mod Podge, but it will dry clear as you saw earlier. So that's what we're looking at right now. And then we'll do the same thing in this corner here. Betty Babs, she's asking where the spooky pics came from. You might have just come on, so I'll describe it again. These are all going to be available to you as a subscriber. I'm going to share these for subscribers tomorrow to use. These are our challenge photos for this creepy challenge coming up for subscribers only. So Babs, you'll have access to all of these photos that I have. Well, most of these anyway. I'll get you access to them tomorrow, okay? So if you want to participate in the challenge to be eligible to win the Amazon gift cards, you're going to want to print out one or more of them and create any project you want. It can be anything, absolutely anything. It can be on paper, it can be on a board, it can be in your art journal. It can be anything that you want on a box. And then you're going to share your photo. I'll give you all the details tomorrow, Babs. You're going to share your photo within the time frame that I give you. I'll give you a couple of weeks. And then everybody who does that by the deadline will be entered to win Amazon gift cards. Okay. So you can buy more supplies. Okay, so we got creepiness. Creepy, thick texture going there. They are just creepy. I don't even need a header on this. I don't need like a description of this page, nothing like that. When it's all dry, you could decide to come in and add more stuff, but I don't even think I would want to put any words on this front cover. So I'm going to just give this a little bit of dry, because if I want to open this up, it's $1.99, Crystal, a month. You subscribe to the page here on Facebook, and my subscription on Facebook is $1.99 a month. And you can cancel anytime. So basically the price of a cup of coffee at a gas station. Yep. I keep it really low on purpose so that so many of you can take advantage of it. Lori says it's $1.99 a month and it's so worth it. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. They get exclusive content. Even my membership group people don't get the same things that they get. Keep it exclusive, behind the scenes stuff. When I go live for them, it's usually for 2 hours or more, sometimes 2.5 hours, and we craft and create. But it's on the fly, it's behind the scenes. And now this is going to be our second, since I started the subscription, this will be our second challenge that we're doing. Yeah, you know what? I will just grab the link for you guys. I'm glad that so many of you are interested. I would love to have you join us for sure. So let me grab that link for you to becoming a subscriber, and then I'll throw it up there in the comments. I gotta find it. Where is it? Ooh, this thing gets hot. There it is, Facebook subscribers. Select. All right, let's see if we can get this done, girls. Let's see how tech savvy Grace is tonight. If I can get this into, yep, if I can get it in the comments. There it is. Nope, that's not it. Wait, that is it. That is it. All right, I found it. I'm gonna pin it for you guys, if it'll let me. Facebook is just so wonky sometimes. Come on, Facebook. I know you want to do it. There, I pinned it. It says Late Night Crafting at the top, and then it says support the page, unlock exclusive content for $1.99 a month. There's your link. Okay, this is going to take, I wanted to hit it with some hot air. It is going to take several hours to dry. There's no getting around that because we plumped it on there really thick. It's a great cover for this book. I would love, I'm going to put this down, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something under it to prop it up so that it doesn't touch the table as much. So I'm going to put a couple of these little clips there so that it stops it. I want to get her on this page because she's just fantastic, and I think I'm going to have her right here. And then I'm just going to start on this book. What I'll go through is all of the pages are blank. They're completely clean and blank. Actually, they're more clean than I prefer. And I'm going to start using all of my weird, like this is another weird photo. Like the fish is so big, it's creepy. All of the weird photos that I have. And when you get these as a subscriber, when I share these with you, of course, you can print them out however big or small you want to. But we'll start, just like I did last year on last year's Halloween book. I start putting stuff in, and I'll do this over the next few weeks. I'll keep adding to this and doing that over the next few weeks. So it becomes really fun because you get to see the whole thing come together over time. I'm going to use a glue stick on this because it's faster, it dries faster, and I can keep working in my book. Let's just get her down on this page. She's perfect right here. I'm going to center her because I don't know yet what else is going to go on this page. I just knew I wanted her on my first green page. It says, the witch gets all the news tonight. The man in the moon tells all. My secret he will tell, I know. Your fortune, your true love will show. Isn't she cute? She got a creepy face. But with her little pumpkin and her mice, she's kind of cute with her little broom. Okay, now to decide. Jeanette says, I love being a subscriber. Oh, Grace is great. Join us. Yes, Jeanette, thank you for, and it says 4-month subscriber anniversary. Yes, Jeanette, thank you for being a subscriber. Thanks for the good, kind words. Mary, yes, you can catch the replay later for sure. Christy says these photos are crazy. I know, aren't they? They're just kooky. They're just kooky. This one, I feel like she's trying to be glamorous. You guys, this is so creepy. She's got beads on, like, I don't know, are they black pearls? I don't know. She has a sheer topped dress on with beaded bracelet. She's glamorous. Her hair is beautiful. She looks great. She has this goose on her lap. Is it a swan or a goose? I don't know. It looks like a goose. On her lap. I think it's stuffed. I don't think it's real. Because the reason I say that is because these don't look like real feathers. They look like something that somebody added to the goose, which makes it even more creepy. Like she has a dead goose in her lap. And she is sitting on something, which would be probably hard for you to see, but she's super glammed up, and I'm thinking I want to silhouette her. and put her in this book. When I mean by silhouette, I'm going to cut her out from her background so that it's just her. And I'm going to create a background for her that's kind of dark and creepy. So I'm going to come around with my little scissors. These are my Tim Holtz ones. They're really sharp. They're great for this. This is the medium-sized Tim Holtz. And we are gonna position her. Actually, yeah, I think this will be okay. I was just wondering, maybe I should take the base that she's sitting on too. But I'm gonna wiggle this around. I don't even care. I'm not getting super worried about the line on her arm. You can see how fast I cut that. When I fussy cut something out like this, I make sure I get the picture. I make sure I cut into the picture. So I'm cutting into the goose's beak right now so that I don't get anything that's not the goose's beak. And then to make it look authentic, so I don't have just a straight line, I make sure to like wiggle my scissors so that I'm getting bent lines. So I might lose some of her hair up here on the top. I'll show you when I'm done. I'll probably lose a bit of her hair, but that's okay because I don't want, usually what's around these photos is white, and you don't want the white. I don't want the bright stuff on the background. I just want her and the goose. So here, I don't want any of the black. I just want the goose. So I'm going to cut into the goose a little bit. And it just makes it faster. And you can tell I'm moving the paper. I'm not moving my scissors. Makes it easier for me. And I'm fussy cutting around. I'm going to lose this feather, or it looks like a fake feather to me, you guys. And I don't even cut that straight. So here's what I mean. Like you can see around, this is where her hair was. I lost some of her hair, but I cut into her hair so that I didn't get any of that bright color around her head. I just wanted the, her head to be dark. So when I fussy cut stuff out, I cut into the image just a little bit so that what I get is, it just seems more authentic, if that makes any sense. Jana loved last year's book. Lori says my mom had made a clown costume for me when I was little, so these pictures bring back creepy memories. This little one is actually really cute. That's a really cute little clown. I don't think that one's that creepy. That probably won't go in this book. It's just too cute. She gives me the creepy crawlies, Joy says. Her face is creepy. Ooh, she's giving you the creepy crawlies. Oh, maybe the goose just won a ribbon at the county fair. Oh, that's hilarious. It definitely looks fake to me. The more I look at it, the more, those are not authentic feathers. Those are like ribbons that somebody cut. So maybe you're right. That's hilarious. Oh, thank you, Jeannie. What is the middle of the body on the goose? I have no idea. That's what I'm saying to you, Crystal. It's so creepy. It's so creepy. And she's so beautiful. Thank you. And she says you're a great fussy cutter. She looks kind of scared. Oh, I don't know. She is creepy though. Okay, so all of these pages are so beautiful. They're just so clean and beautiful. But I'm gonna muck one up, I think, and we're gonna do a little bit of a background on one of these. She's not big enough to go on this 2-page spread, I don't think. There's a lot of pages to fill here, actually. I think I'm gonna put her here. Oh, and actually, if I put her here, it would be kind of fun. What if I cut a little door or window out so that we could see her from this? Should I even try to do that. And then we put her here. I would like to do something on the background here. I'm gonna grab some black gesso. Let me put this away. I don't think I need my glue right now. I'm gonna put this away. I'm gonna muck up this page right here and make it creepier. So let's see, let's grab black gesso and maybe I'm looking at the goose actually looks like it has a little purple here, and on her neck, this could just be my printer, but her neck has some like pinkish purple on it too. So I'm gonna grab a brown and I'm gonna grab like a dark purple and maybe a light purple just in case I need to offset it. So I'm just grabbing some colors and we're just gonna smush it on here. Just put her face in a window. Would it be funny, Nancy, if we had like a little window here? If I cut a little window so we see her face, and then when you open it, it's like, oh my gosh, she's got that creepy goose. I think it would be really funny if what you saw in the window was the goose and her face. Oh my gosh, that could be really funny, right? Okay, I want to scrape on paint. I don't want to use a brush. I want to scrape it on because I want it to be mucked up and icky. Okay, this is like mixed media paper, this gray tone mixed media paper, and I would like for that to show through. This is almost empty. Michelle Maidlow sent me this black gesso a while back. It's almost empty, Michelle. I have more, so no worries, girl, but I've used it up, just so you know. So I want to just scrape on, and I want to make this page look kind of ugly, if that makes any sense, because it's going to be creepy. Okay, I need to protect what's underneath, so we're just going to put a little piece of paper here. This paper is absorbing this gesso like crazy. I want it to look totally mucked up and ick. And actually, the fact that it's absorbing the gesso is a good thing, because whatever I put on next, it won't suck into the paint, into the paper as much as the gesso is, because the gesso is a primer. So it'll help my other paints show up better on this page. All right, so we got that down. We're gonna just keep doing some layering here with some of these colors. Just the faces, Lori says. You rustled the feathers? Thanks, Leslie. Maureen says it's funny, do it. All right, let's try to get a window. Hey, Kimberly, she says, yes, do it. Do the window, do the window. Janice says she doesn't look too enthused to have a goose on her lap. Yeah, her facial expression, I can't quite figure out. Not sure. I don't know what's going on there. I'm just not sure. I'm going to dry that gesso enough. Oh, we got some on the back. It's totally fine. We're going to dry that gesso enough to get some more colors on here. And I just want to smear. This one's kind of a coppery brown. I want it to look ugly. Like I want it to look mucked up and creepy, right? So we have that coppery brown. And let's add a little bit of this dark purple. I think she has a little bit of purple on this picture. So we're going to just, I think purple's going to end up being kind of a theme in this book a little bit. This coppery brown is such a strange paint. It's called Penny. It's a mixed media and it's called Penny. And it's not quite metallic, but it definitely has like a shimmer to it. So I'm mixing, kind of, I have a little bit of purple and a little bit of that Penny on here. And the black is still even a little bit wet, and they're all getting kind of mixed in, and we're just creating a backdrop here that's very chaotic and messed up. I think I wouldn't mind putting some texture on here too. Let's get a little more of the purple. Ooh, that was way more purple than I was expecting to come out of there. I might add a little texture to this. Let's just see. The pages, actually, they're mixed media pages, but they're not very they're not like super thick. They're not cardstock by any stretch of the imagination. So we could add fabric, we could add more paper, we could add ribbon, we could add some of this stuff, we could add cardstock, we could add book pages, newsprint. There's like a gazillion things that we could put on this page with her. Should she be looking down? I'll have her in this lower corner. We'll put a window here. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. If I do this and then, if I do this and then I outline her head over here, I should be able to cut that out with an X-Acto, right? I mean, that's the idea. Here, I think I'm going to glue her onto something because she's just up on printer paper, right? She's just on from my printer. I think I'm going to glue her onto a cardstock, something thicker, so that I can more easily work with her because she's just too thin. She's just too thin. I want to find, you know what I'm going to do is get watercolor paper instead of regular cardstock. I'm going to get actual watercolor paper because that's nice and thick. I have a book full. This pad is my go-to for watercolor paper when I need scraps of paper because these are all leftovers from projects. So let's glue her onto a scrap of watercolor paper and then I'm going to fussy cut her out again now that I think of it. That way she'll be more solid. That we're going to let this dry while we do this. So, and I can actually, I don't even have to, I'll fussy cut her out, but it doesn't have to be crazy good. We could, we can edge it out in the Distress ink if we want to make her creepy, right? All right, we're going to get her on here just so she's like more solid. All right, now she's a card. She's not just a girl, she's a card. And I should have done that before I fussy cut her out, but now that I'm looking at this page, I'm knowing that's what I want to do. I just got paint on my beautiful scissors. How dare you, Gracie? I think that this didn't get glued. Imagine that, girls. Gracie missed an edge. All right, there we go. Let her sit for a minute and dry. I think what I'm going to do here is add some of my packing paper. Oh, you guys, I have so much stuff going on the other side of my room. So this is just packing paper, scraps of packing paper. I'm going to rip it and we're going to squish it. And we're going to glue some of this down just to get some like rugged, and I'll take the black and the gold and the purple and put some of that on here too, but we're going to do this just to make it a little more rugged and mucked up and messed up looking. I'm going to just put a few swatches of this on here. Super wrinkly, super mucked up. Kind of going for a shape here. It kind of retains the wrinkles, which is nice. We're just going to put a few of these on here. I don't even care. I've got gesso on this one. On the other side, I'm going to try to come in with a little bit of color on these anyway. But I think I do want to add some additional texture here. You guys probably look at me like, what are we doing? What's with the green? It's just, we want it to be imperfect and mucked up and creepy, and her picture makes no sense. So why would her background make any sense whatsoever? It shouldn't, right? That's my thought anyway. It should make no sense whatsoever. Okay, got that. She's going to go down here somewhere. We need one more little green sprig of green here. Right here, maybe. I don't like straight edges though, so we're going to try to avoid those. Oh, no, we got a big old straight edge right here. There we go. We solved that problem. All right, now we'll come back in with the purple and the black. And this stuff it's gonna not be glued down all the way. Totally cool with me. If we do that, we're just gonna come in the purple, the black, and the copper. Let's start with the black again. Where did I put it? I laid it down because it's almost empty. That's where it went. See, now we've got like bits of texture coming up at this. It just adds more dimension. If you can kind of see where I'm going with this. Looks creepy and wrong. Looks wrong. All right, I'm going to put a dot of the copper there, a dot here, and maybe a dot in here to brighten this up a little bit. This is just creating a creepy, Halloween-y background. Benita says, I adore you thinking through your thought process. Why, thank you for saying that, because sometimes I wonder if you guys think I'm crazy. So thank you for bringing it up, that it's something that you appreciate. All right, it looks whacked out, right? Like, it's not supposed to look good. She's weird, and she needs a weird background to go along with her weirdness. This here is all ratted up down here, which is totally fine, and it's not even all colored. Totally fine. The more layers you add on to these pages, the thicker they're going to be. So a couple of things to think about. I love really chunky pages, so I love them that way. However, think about your cover and how much your cover can withstand of thickness of pages. So I can't go terribly thick here because my cover is already kind of, I added a lot of pages to it originally, so it's kind of maxed out as it is. So I'm going to have to add my color and dimension with paints and very little additional paper. I can't really put a ton of extra stuff in here is how I'm feeling, because I'll be taxing my whole book, the cover of the book, and I don't want to do that. Okay, let's get her cut out. Well, I don't want any white. If I can see white, then I'm not cutting in deep enough. I could actually, right there, she's not even glued down. I cut underneath her hand there. On her arm, you know, her arm wouldn't have a straight line. So what I do is I just kind of wiggle the scissors a little bit. So like the ruffle of her shirt, like the sleeve of her shirt would take, just so it looks more authentic. Because it wouldn't be solidly straight, right? It wouldn't be just a straight line. I'm actually underneath my image now. That didn't get glued down all the way. And I'm okay with that too. It's not going to go anywhere in the book. All right, so Gannon went to bed. My other two are watching a movie when I came back here, but it sounds very quiet in the living room, so I'm not sure what's going on. This is better because now I have a cardstock and I can make her a sticker. I can stick her down on here. But we got to cut her window out for her head first. Actually, girls, guys and girls, if there are any guys out there, I'm not sure. Actually, I would want to do something with this page before I put my window in, right? Unless I intend to keep it completely plain. Wouldn't I want to decorate it beforehand? I don't know. I've got gesso on my fingers. We better take care of that before I do anything else. because I don't want it getting on the other pages if I don't want it there. Oh, good, Joyce. Oh, good. Oh, Virginia, don't be, honey. Listen, I hope that by watching, I hope is exactly what Joyce is saying. Like, it just gives you the freedom. Like, if you watch the way, you know, I'm all over the place and I decide as I go. And I hope that watching me do that encourages you to just sit down without a plan. Just to know that you can sit down and not have a plan. You can sit down and let the pages talk to you. Let the images talk to you and tell you what they want to do. And that sounds a little strange, but it's true. Like, this is too dark for her. For sure, this is too dark for her. I need to brighten this up somehow. So I'm going to come in with some, I think with some white gesso, although I have this colored gesso that somebody sent me. Who sent me this? I don't remember. Phyllis, was it you? Some beige gesso. I'm going to put some on my finger and try to brighten up this area around where she's going to be so that it's not so she doesn't get lost. I love the darkness of this page, but she's getting, because she's dark, she's getting a little lost. So I'm just adding a little bit of this to my finger, and we're just going to add it to random spots along in the page. But I really, the whole purpose of this gesso is to brighten up around her, right? So now we can see her, because if she's on a black background, we're having trouble seeing her. So just a little bit of gesso. These are all tricks that you'll learn over time, kind of hanging out with other creators and watching what they do, and then go do it. Go do it. Don't be afraid. And that's why I love journals, because they're such a freeing, a free place to create, and you don't have to worry. It's just paper. If anything gets messed up, you didn't spend a lot. You're not out a lot. You can think of it like a practice journal. Like, it's all messed up. It looks all messy and gross, and that's perfect. I have way too much on my finger, so I'm gonna blot a little here, and then let me blot a little up here, because I'll spread that out in a minute. A little more on this. I don't want it to look smooth and painted on. I want it to look like random and messed up and wrong. I want it to look wrong. I want it to look icky, because it's kind of a creepy book. Okay, like that. Now I have this wet stuff up here. Let's just spread that out a little. Just so that it's not just the white down here. We want to, if we're going to, it's not white, it's beige. So the beige isn't just behind her. We're going to add it to a couple of other little places on the page so that it seems to make sense. It's all cohesive. If you are one who likes manicured, beautiful nails and hands, don't do this. Don't use your finger. Get a dauber and use a tool. I just like to use my finger when I'm doing that with gesso. Okay, she'll be fine right here. She'll be fine. I don't know what she's looking at, but I love it. I think it's cool. Maybe at some point, I actually feel like I need a little more gesso. Maybe at some point we'll put some kind of phrase up in this area. I covered up my big blob of purple. Didn't necessarily mean to do that, but it is what it is. It's done now. I want to be able to see the copper and the purple and the green. So I usually try, if there's a lot of black showing, then I usually try to cover up the black. If there's a lot of green showing, then I usually try to balance it out, cover some of that up. Okay, you could always come in with a stencil too, but I'm really liking the chaos of this page. She's chaotic, she's wacky. It looks good, Joy. I'm giving her an aura. Exactly, Anne. You use your finger a lot, Kimberly? Oh, me too. Gia says, I love the randomness of it. I do too. I do too. When I get her glued down, I very well may come in with my Stabilo All pencil, my black one, and really blacken her edges to get her to really be framed out. I probably will do that. I don't want to glue her down yet because we've got to figure out this window. Like she's going to go here. Oh, she should be sticking out if I have her right there. So we're going to move her over a little. She needs to go like right on the edge here because I don't want any of her sticking out. I don't think this page is bigger than this page. And I don't think I want any of her arms sticking out. So if we do this, and then I go like this. Never done this before, girls, so. That will tell me where I need to cut her little window for her head. I'm going to use I have this tiniest little cutting board that I can pull out. It takes me a minute, but I can pull it out. And an X-Acto knife or cutting knife. I'm going to put this down and I'll cut around this. Now, the thing is, I don't think I want it the same shape as her head. I think I'm going to cut a circle. So this is all still wet and drying, so we need to just leave this here. But I think I'm going to cut a circle here, or an oval. Oh, I have an oval punch. I have an oval punch. That would be perfect. Look, at my oval punch would be perfect. And it's one of those anywhere oval punches. So you can punch anywhere on the page. Doesn't have to be on the end of the page, if you know what I mean. So what I would need to do is like, this is where I would want the oval to be, I think. Right? Then what I think you do, well, this is the top though. If I do this, I can't see. I can't see if I do this. But if I do this, this is what you do. I want to get this. If I go this way, oh, if I go this way, this is going to be funny, you guys. Okay, if I go this way, this has magnets on it, so it's clear so you can see through it. Then I think you attach this to the back with the other magnets. It like attaches together. Once I get this one on top of here. Okay, hold on. I got ahead of myself. This goes here. This is a lot easier when you don't have a specific image that you're trying to get it around, to be truthful with you. This, see the magnets just like drop into place. And then you put this on the other side. It's supposed to, yep, just clamp together. Let's pray for the best here, girls. Let's see if we did it. Oh, Lord. There's our little window. You guys, look at this. That's so funny to me. Oh, she's got a creepy little head. This is all just so creepy, and I love it. That is hilarious, because you're going to open this and say, what is with this lady and the goose? That's creepy enough. And then when you open it up, she's going to be back there. Oh. All right, I'll hold it up a little closer. That's creepy. Listen, if you can't have fun, right, Jeannie? If you can't have fun. Maureen's loving it. It's perfectly creepy. Okay, so she definitely has to go here, right? Like she will get glued down here. We can keep her beads and lose part of her head, or we can drop her down a little bit and get her head in there. No, I think she needs to be up higher. I think we need a little bit more of the goose's neck. So she's going to go right here. Oh my gosh, is that not hilarious? Okay, she needs to go right here. I can't budge her. I'm going to use probably this will be the best. Oh. So I'm going to, oh, I don't want to lose my spot here. I'm putting it, my angle isn't good because I'm trying to keep it in the camera line. I'm going to turn this girl so that I can get a better angle on her. I don't want her budging. Let's make sure. Yep, that's where she needs to be. Oh my gosh, that's funny. This is fabulous, Mary says. All right, now we're going to pick this up and I'm just going to add the glue to the back of the cardstock. I'm so glad I did the cardstock because it gives me something to hold on to while I'm gluing her down. Oh, so much glue on the back of this. It's not going to go anywhere once she's in place. If I get oozing glue, I just pick it up and put it on my little paper towel over here. That is hilarious. I will probably edge her out with my Stabilo All, I think right here. Do I need to glue something more right here? Yeah, so the top of her head is not glued down to the cardstock. So we'll just add a little bit of glue. That is nothing we can't resolve. The fact that I missed an edge. I never knew creepy could be so much fun, right? These creepy pictures. Bam. Well, and to me, what's really funny about this, she have this huge page and then this tiny little window with her creeping out right there. She is creepy. But this is hilarious. I'm so glad you guys love it. I'm so glad your sense of humor is as whacked out as mine. Jan, I have a little swan. That's really cute. Oh, I love that comment, Anne. Creepy crawlies, right, Joyce? That punch is cool. It's let's see. Can I tell you anything about it? It's in my Amazon store. I can tell you that. It's cool, right? So that like gives you your sight, and then you stick this in the little grooves in the top, and then this magnetizes. It kind of shows you where it needs to go, but it kind of just sticks on there, and then you can punch wherever. All right, anyway, that's pretty fabulous. Now, I did want to take my Stabilo All and edge her out because she's getting a little, still she feels a little lost on that page to me. So I'm going to grab my black Stabilo All and I'm going to come around her with this, and we're going to, I really should wait until the glue is completely dry, but I'm too excited. Okay, so the pencil line, oh, oh, look at this. That's creepy. my little goose's beak came undone. The Stabilo pencil is like a charcoal pencil. It will smudge once it gets wet. This line of pencil will get darker and it'll smear on you. And that's what I want. So I'm going to edge her out with pencil and then I'll show you. We're going to darken that up. But it's revealing to me all the places where she's not completely stuck down. Like right here. Another spot I missed. So I'm just coming in with my little fine tip and adding a little extra glue. I might as well just leave the cover off of that until I'm done here because I keep finding little spots that I missed for gluing. My Stabilo needs to be sharpened. I use it all the time. So I might go pretty intense with this. Let's get this first line up on here and then we'll see if we need to add more. So now to activate the pencil and get it to darken up, I'm going to use a little paintbrush with some water. So I'm going to wet the edge of my paintbrush and I'm going to come in. I'll come closer so you guys can see this. So I'm going to come in on this pencil line and you'll see it's going to darken it up and it's going to like bringing out more. See how big it makes it? So she's not having a halo, she has like a dark ring around her. It's just going to help her pop here on the page more too. Really going to help her to really show well. I need to put it down, girls, just so I have more control of my arm. I haven't re-wet my paintbrush, you can see. I haven't re-wet it yet. But I could add more water to it. It's just going to keep activating that pencil even more. But she's going to have this like black halo around her instead of a... Maybe she's a modern day, do I dare say, witch. You know, somebody was talking about that movie Hocus Pocus. I don't think I've ever seen that movie. I'm not that kind of, I don't watch that kind of stuff. I like historical stuff, actually. And I grew up in Boston, so the Salem witch trials, you know, as a historical perspective, I find fascinating. Like the whole study of people and the way people react to things that they don't understand. That whole thing fascinates me to no end. But I'm not a big, like, I don't know. I guess I just never saw that movie. I don't know why. Do you guys reckon, who's seen it and who can recommend it or say, don't bother? Is it worth my time? All right, I'm going to clean a couple of things out so we can just look at this book quick and see what we got going on. Because this book is going to be clearly a work in progress. It's not going to be something we can finish in one late night crafting session, but you can see my pages are going to get wonkier. Like as we, there's my cover, still drying, but it will dry with time. As we go, see how this page, the pages have turned with the liquid, you know, when I added the liquid, the paint, the pages kind of curled and turned. So that makes them chunky. And then I have this, which makes them chunky. And then we're going to add whatever we add. And I think in general, because this book is already so thick, I don't want to add a ton of extra, although I love it, I don't want to add a ton of extra fabrics and thick papers, right? This was really thin packing paper, and I added a little bit of this page to give it some texture, which I love. I can't do too much of that because the book is just going to get thicker and thicker with every page. So I have to get really creative in finding ways to highlight these creepy photos in this book. We got our witch down. And I'll probably like come in with something like the Stabilo or something to like, you know, do something to the edges of this. Can't just be plain. I'll do something here. I'm not sure. At the very least, we can come in with the Stabilo and edge out these pages, right? Black against black here. But with each page, we come up with something creative and find a home for all of these little creepy photos. And then we'll have more room. I think I'll have more room for even more photos, to be truthful with you, than the photos that I have already printed out. But at the very least, you see what this does? At the very least, for those of you who are subscribers, and you can subscribe, if you're catching this and it's a week later, you can subscribe anytime. And as long as the deadline hasn't passed, you can participate in this particular challenge that I'm giving them. I'm going to give them these graphics tomorrow in the subscriber hub, so only the subscribers can see it. And then you guys will be challenged to create any project. It doesn't have to be a book. It can just be a page in a book. It can be on a canvas. It can be on a board. It can be on the side of a basket. It can be anything that you want. It can be a greeting card, an envelope. It can be anything that you want, but you're going to use one of the graphics on a project and then share the photo in the Crafty Chicks Club. And that will make you eligible to win an Amazon gift card. It's just a way to encourage you guys to create with something that you may not have created with otherwise. It's getting you to think outside of the box and to just do something fun together as a group. It's a challenge. And then the reward of the gift card in the end is for you being courageous and doing it. It is so creepy. That is freaking amazing, Grace. You did it. Joyce, this is so funny. I can't wait actually to decorate this page. And I'm feeling something lacy on this page. Like, let's set her up, this creepy girl with her pearls, her black pearls on. Could we do something with lace? Or, oh guys, you guys, I have my cheesecloth that we dyed. I did this with the subscribers too. Showed them how to dye cheesecloth. This is what it looked like before. So we could do something really dainty and bright on this page. And then when we open it up, we have this creepy goose girl. Or we could keep it dark and somber and maybe do something with fabric on this page. I'm not sure. I'm going to keep these in this book right here because one way or another, I might add some fabric and try to make this a little more feminine, even if it's creepy feminine. Maybe some foils with the cheesecloth to glam it up and go creepy and feminine. I love the idea of an interactive book like that. And then we'll have to, I'll probably outline this with the Stabilo All to frame that out a little bit on that side. And this side, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'll do yet. Clearly, we can't get through the whole book tonight. But I have all these creepy photos. I don't think of this one as creepy. That probably won't be in this set. But I have all of these like old vintage kid costumes. And not all of them are super creepy. But those are creepy. These I printed out small, but I think I will print them out bigger for the book. And then this guy with the fish, I just thought that fish was super creepy. But you can, if you decide to do a whole book, you can do anything you want on your book for creepiness. Maureen says Hocus Pocus is a fun movie. Oh, you loved it, Brenda. Chauncey loved it too. Never watched it until last year and it made me laugh. Oh, there's a Hocus Pocus 2 coming out, or is it already out, Lori? She says, I can't wait to see Hocus Pocus 2. Gia says, my kids like it. Oh, it's a comedy. It's my 4.5-year-old grandson's favorite movie. Oh, Denise, really? We're going to have to, maybe Gannon and I are the movie mongers in our house, so we may have to watch it. This is a Stabilo All pencil. It's a Stabilo charcoal pencil. You know, that's in my Amazon store too. Jeannie says they have a few versions out now. The one I saw first was okay. You don't need to see it again. I don't like that genre of movie at all. I'm just curious because so many people have been talking about it lately. Crystal says it's a must watch for me every fall. Oh, and she's saying there's a new one coming out too. Yes, we could put some orange in here. Oh, we should get something. Bonita's saying extra on the moon. Like, we should get something with the moon in here. That's a really good idea. I like that idea. You're welcome, Maureen. All right, so all of you subscribers, those of you with that little teal badge, and you're all welcome to join. It's $1.99 a month. You can join now. You can cancel anytime. Like, guys, it's like the price of a cup of coffee at the gas station, but you're going to get exclusive content like this, you know, the projects that I do just for them. It's a subscriber tab on the page that only people who pay that $1.99 a month get. So the extra stuff is my way of thanking you for supporting the page. And right now we're going to do this challenge. So I will post tomorrow the graphics and the details for the challenge. Really simple. Do any project with any one of the graphics and share it by the deadline, which will probably be in 2 weeks. Maybe it'll be the end of September. I'll have to look at the calendar and see where 2 weeks brings us. But I'll give you at least 2 weeks. And then at the end of it, everybody who shares a project where I tell you to share it, you'll be eligible to win an Amazon gift card. And the more people that do it, the more Amazon gift cards I'll give away. I think last time I gave 2 away. Oh, Cappy, good for you. Have fun with that. The plays with the witches are amazing. Debbie says she always watches it in October too. Oh, and Mary watched it tonight. Oh, that's it, Chauncey. She says, this is why the whole hype is going on right now. Everybody's talking about it because the second one is set to come out soon. Geez, I really do not know anything about this movie. I gotta go watch it. Lori says it comes out on Disney Plus next Friday. All my friends are coming over for a girls' night and we're watching it on big screen outside by my fire pit. Lori, I'm coming over, girl. That sounds like a lot of fun. Thank you, Leslie. She says, I love your ideas. Make a creepy book, Babs. They're fun. I'm going to give you a bunch of images tomorrow, Babs, that you can use in your creepy book. And so this, I would call this like a quasi junk journal, right? Because the cover is made out of an envelope that would have gotten thrown out. The pages on the inside are not necessarily junk, but you could use junk pages like old mailers and envelopes and your, you know, telephone bill that you paid. Just anything, you put anything in the middle of it and then cover up those pages with your creepy photos and some paints and tape and stickers and whatever you want to put in there. Okay. All right. This, I think this has been, I'm going to try to get up so I can say hello. This has been a successful late night crafting. Thanks for being here. If you become a subscriber, send me a little message. Let me know. I don't get a notification. I don't get a notification really. I don't get an email from Facebook. I don't get a notification saying that somebody subscribed. I can check and look and see who has subscribed, but I don't do that every day. So if you decide to become a subscriber, send me a little message and let me know that so I can personally welcome you. And I do appreciate it. It's just, like I said, $1.99 a month. So that it goes a long way for me to be able to do more giveaways and send napkins to people for Happy Mail and all the things. So I do really appreciate it. All right, you guys, go make something pretty that brings your heart joy, or something creepy. Something creepy that brings your heart joy. Thanks for being here tonight. Blessings.